If you're setting up an LLC, or even if you already have one, this video is going to save you a ton of confusion and possibly a lot of money. Today, we're going to show you exactly how to write an operating agreement step by step for your LLC. So guys, be sure to stick around to the end of the video. You're not going to want to miss all of the important information that we have for you today. Also, just a note, this is all for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Please seek a professional to see what's right for your specific situation. And lastly, before we get started, if you're new here, my name is Sam, and this channel is dedicated to helping entrepreneurs start and grow their business. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. An operating agreement is the rule book for your LLC. It outlines how your business is structured, who owns what, how money is handled, and what happens if someone leaves or the business shuts down. Even if your state does not require one, and actually most states do not require it, you definitely still want one. If you don't create your own rules, your state's default laws will kick in. This means that the government could decide how your assets are split or even how your business operates during a dispute, and you do not want that to happen. And most banks are actually going to require you to have an operating agreement to open a business bank account. All right, let's walk through exactly what to include in yours. And for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna pull up a template from online and we'll go ahead and walk through every part of the operating agreement to show you what you need in your operating agreement. Go ahead and skip to this time code below if you don't want to do any of this yourself and you just want to have a company do this for you. We'll show you how to get this done in less than 5 minutes using a platform called LegalZoom. But if you want to see how to do it yourself, stick around right here. All right, so here is the template that I just pulled offline, and you'll see at the top of your operating agreement, you'll need the legal name here for your business. You want to make sure this is exactly how it appears on your formation documents. And you'll actually need your business address, but we'll show you that a little bit later on in the document. It's towards the end. Some people put it up here though, so it really depends on what you prefer. And there's a bunch of different templates out there and ways to do it. This is just the one that we're going to show you here today. We'll just go ahead and run through the articles here. Number 1 is formation. So instead of saying in the laws of the state in which the company was formed, you're going to need to fill out all these sections to make sure they align with your business. So for example, you will put the state in which you're formed here, and you'll also have the date here that it's effective. Now, registered agent, you definitely need a registered agent, and we really recommend that you don't do this yourself. Here is where you would put the name and company's location. We recommend a platform like Northwest Registered Agent. We'll leave them linked down below if you want to check them out. We have a bunch of other videos on the channel that show you how to set up a registered agent, so we're not going to go over that now, but just note this should not be your home address. This should be the registered agent address and their information here. Term is next. This is just that the company will continue unless one of these things happen. All of them are not good, so just to have that as a preventative thing in there. Continuance of the company is next in the event described above. If there are at least 2 members remaining, then you might want to continue the company. You can outline everything that you want to say about that here. Business purpose, you'll go ahead and state the purpose of your business here. Principal place of business, you'll go ahead and put that here. Then you'll have the members here. Admission of additional members. For capital contributions, the initial contributors, you'll want to list them here, and then any additional contributions, you'll want to leave room for that in the future in case your business needs to grow and you'll need to inject a little bit more capital from your owners. For Article 3, profits and losses, as well as distributions, if you're a single member LLC, you're going to get everything, but it matters really more for multi-member LLCs how everything is going to be split. You'll want to state how often your distributions are going to be made, whether they're monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Also, you'll want to leave the option here for future capital contributions in case you need to put more money in the business. Management is a really important section. You're going to want to decide how decisions are made. If you're a single member LLC, it's pretty straightforward. You will be deciding everything, but if you're a multi-member LLC, this is going to really make an impact. And you'll have to decide whether you want voting based on equal votes or ownership percentage. You'll probably want to go with ownership percentage, which means that if you have more ownership in the company, you get more of a vote. You'll also have the power of the managers, the chief executive manager here. Then there's a section for nominee, some company information. And like we said, this is all specifically for your business. So you need to go through and change all of this language to make sure that it aligns with your business. But they give the general idea here so that you know what to write about. If we keep scrolling down, there's other things like records, management fee, compensation, reimbursement. For bookkeeping, it's important to talk about meetings and records. Even if you're a solo entrepreneur and it's just a single member LLC, you'll want to state how often you're going to review the business to keep yourself accountable. You'll want to include here how you're going to keep track of capital accounts, profits, and distributions. And even like I said, if it's just you want to make sure you're taking this seriously. In the case that you want to sell your business one day, all the records are here for everything that you did. Reports, assignment, all of this information, dissolution in the unfortunate case that the company would have to be dissolved. You can outline all of that here. Now we scroll down to the certification of members. So you'll go ahead and enter all the members here, what percent of the company they own and their address, and they also need to sign. If we scroll down, there's also a list of managers here. So you can print the name and then the chief executive manager and address here. Also, you need signatures at the end and dates too. Then there's a list of members that you'll have to put their name, percentage, address, and have them sign here as well. Capital contributions can be outlined here as well. As you can see, it's all nicely organized. You'll need signatures of the member. And that is pretty much everything that you need for the operating agreement. Now, it might be a little bit overwhelming and it's hard to know exactly what's right for your specific business. That's why we recommend using a company like LegalZoom. They're just going to ensure that everything goes right and that it's all correct the first time. Especially if this is your first business, you'll definitely want to get some help. And for a really low cost, they will help you out and do it correctly the first time. Lastly, let's just briefly talk about liability. Your agreement is going to say something along the lines of you are not personally responsible for the debts or lawsuits of your LLC as long as you act in good faith. Also, you'll have a clause in here that says if your LLC was ever sued and a creditor is awarded a portion of the business, they don't get control, they only receive distributions. That's going to help protect your decision-making power. And then importantly too, here at the end of the document, you just want to make sure that you sign it and date it. Okay, I know that was a lot and it's pretty intense if it's your first time starting a business. So we definitely recommend that you use a company like LegalZoom to help you do this because they're going to make sure that everything is done correctly the first time. Now that we've showed you how to create an operating agreement on your own, let's show you how to do it using LegalZoom. So go ahead and click on that link down below in the description and we'll go ahead and join along here to walk through the LegalZoom process. Once you've clicked on that link down below, it should bring you to a page that looks similar to this. And you'll see that you can get your operating agreement today starting at $99, which is going to save you a lot of time, headache, and legal jargon filling out all that information. So we can go ahead and scroll down here and you'll see that the standard one is $99. If you want it rushed, they'll charge you another $100, but we don't need that. So let's just start with the standard. Let's go ahead and sign into our account if we already have one or create one if we don't. I'll go ahead and enter our information here and click create account. Once we've done that, it's going to ask us what stage of our business we're in. So if we've already created our LLC, which is likely the case for most of you, you'll go ahead and choose this one. Now, if you're operating, but you haven't registered, you can go ahead and select that option. Or if you plan to start in the future, you can select that too. Let's just choose this top one for now. And then you'll have to choose what type of business you have, whether it's an LLC, a corporation, a nonprofit, or other. We'll just go ahead and choose LLC for now. And then we'll go ahead and enter the business name here. We'll go ahead and click continue and the state that we're registered in and continue again. And then it will pull up our business here. So we'll go ahead and select this one because this is ours. And we'll say sync our info. And we'll say, yep, that's us. And once we've done that, everything is all good to go here. We'll click done. Now it's going to have everything synced up, but let's just double check to make sure. So yes, we were formed in California. And then you can answer whether you formed a new LLC or converted your business from a partnership. We'll just say formed a new LLC for now. And then we'll type in our LLC name here and we'll click next. We'll go ahead and enter the business address and click next. And then it's going to ask if we're a doctor, lawyer, general practitioner. We'll just say no here. Then it's going to ask if our LLC will automatically dissolve at a certain date. We'll say no here. Then it'll ask us who we named as the registered agent. We'll say that we did LegalZoom. Next, it asks us, would you like ownership in the LLC to be expressed in percentages or units? We'll say percentage here. Now we have to choose how many members of the LLC. We'll say 2 for the sake of this video, but you can go ahead and choose what's right for your specific situation. Will the LLC have officers is next. We'll say yes. How will the LLC be managed? It's either by a single member, by all of the members, by one manager, or by more than one manager. We'll say by a single member here. And we'll go ahead and add that member and the capital contribution, if any, and the ownership percentage. And we can go ahead and click next. We can add an officer here too and their title, and we'll click next. And then we can select from the following statements here regarding transfer of ownership interests. So you can either say ownership interests are freely transferable, a majority of other members must consent, 2/3 of the other members must consent, the membership vote must be unanimous. So go ahead and choose what's best for you. What is the end of the LLC's fiscal year? We'll go ahead and choose that here. And the business activity now, we'll go ahead and choose that. And then now it'll bring us to the package. We can choose either the standard option for $99 plus state filing fees, or the rushed option at $199. Let's just go ahead and choose the standard option and the standard shipping here, which is the cheapest at $9.95. And once we've done that, it'll bring us to the checkout page. We'll go ahead and enter a little bit more information here and our credit card information. All right, so let's review the order summary first before we click submit. We have the operating agreement standard package here at $99, the standard shipping at $9.95 for the total of $108.95, which is a great deal to get your operating agreement all completed for you. Once you're ready, just go ahead and click agree and pay now, and you'll be all set to go. All right, guys, that's everything that we have for you today on what you need to know to create your operating agreement for your LLC. If you found this video helpful and you want to see more videos like this in the future, please leave us a like, subscribe, comment down below, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this. Also, we'll be sure to leave LegalZoom linked down below in the description. If you do choose to use our link, we do get a small referral fee at no additional cost to you. This really helps us keep creating free videos like this for you. So thank you so much in advance for helping us out there. And lastly, guys, this channel is dedicated to helping new and existing business owners with everything they need to know about LLCs. We review the best platforms and tools to help you set up, optimize, and manage your LLC. So guys, thank you so much for watching. We wish you the best, and we will see you back again in the next video.